Alright, hello everyone. Welcome here to this presentation of the Overwatch Community Cup right here on Twitch. Tonight it's a special Sunday night edition pitting the Houston Inlaws against the Florida Harmony right here on Twitch. And welcome here to the broadcast booth. It's just going to be me here, Commander Hui here. Just going to be solo casting this here today. Now, both of these teams are coming in off losses in their first matches, with Houston losing to the Atlanta Snow 3-1, and Florida, the Harmony, losing to San Francisco Shook 4-0. Now, each of these teams going to be looking for their first victory here of the Overwatch Community Cup. I would say it's a pretty important match here today. We're going to be getting ready to see here. So yeah, I think we're about to jump into our first map here. First map looks to be Junkertown, so we're gonna get right into that as soon as we can. Changing. So we're gonna, as we're just we're kind of finalizing things out right here. Oh, no, we're not gonna be heading to Junkertown, actually. So we're kind of sitting here, we're waiting. Just waiting for this to finish this up. Alright, looks like our first map here today is going to be Temple of Anubis. Is the map we're going to be loading into here as soon as we can. So I have to type my map here. Now, Temple of Anubis here, of course, a 2CP map, the capture point map. So that'll be very interesting to see. A game that not many quite enjoy, so we're gonna see how these two teams, map known for a lot of ties, and a game mode known for a lot of ties as well. Still waiting here, waiting on the start. God, man, we're still waiting here. Anyway, let's get to know these teams just a little bit here. The Florida Harmony. A couple of their players. Bossface is also their manager. He's going to be plays traditionally the DPS role, and yep, we're going to get started here. So we're going to get set here. We have Florida on the looks to be Florida on the attack here, on the defense, correction. And we're going to have Florida going to be here on the defense, and Houston on the attack right here in Hanamura here, as the attackers kind of get situated right here inside of what we'll call here the dune, the elephant from, of course, Halo, from Halo 3, if anyone knows the map Sandtrap. One of an iconic map, really. So currently I get set here. Colors are a little off here to start out. Apologies for that, but that is what we're gonna have to deal with for the first one here. It's my first time really using these. So yep, we'll get set here. Let's take a look here at the defense here, since the defense here is going to be the people who are going to get started here on the attack. Looks like we're going to be running an Orisa, a Bastion, Junk right here, and the Mei right now looks to be staying here, and Zenyatta as well here. So the Mei is not going to go back and swap over to a second tank right now, going to be lacking that. Meanwhile, in the attack here, it's looking to be a dive composition here with Winston, Tracer, along with the Widowmaker here. It'll be very interesting to see here how the Winston will fall into this Bastion here, as we get to see here Bastion kind of spam in this comp here, And it looks like all of Houston coming up into this right zone here. This is the top right area if you're looking from the attacker's point of view here. And they're kind of just going to hang out in this room here. I think they're kind of just evaluating their options. Killfeeder going to kind of move in here a little deeper. Probably going to be looking, as it looks like each of these two compositions here. No one's really making an engagement here. Kind of just some poking around here. Lots of standing. And here we go. We're going to see the engage. Ooh, and it looks like Winston just isn't able to make it. Killwoo is going to be the first to fall from Vax. Gregory also going to take down Killfeeder as well. So it's a already a disadvantage here for Houston. They're already down 2. Make that 3. EPL is going to fall. So there's a pick on the side of Houston, correction, and the bright side here. And they got the faster respawn. Dellum, though, going to get caught with the late stagger, as we're going to get to see here 2 resets. And we're really seeing this Bastion here come in. Killfeeder swapped over to the Sombra here, so that'll be a lot better for dealing with the Bastion. He's kind of just standing here now, just gonna get into a little engagement here. Will he escape? It looks like he just will be able to. And we kind of have the fight coming on to the point here. Junkrat Tire is gonna come out here, gonna be immediately taken out by Delum here, and Bossface just gonna fall down here. And Houston are able to take at least a tick off of this, but the Bastion here sitting absolutely uncontested here, and that's going to be the point here. They're going to be able to hold. Florida will. Houston, though, 2 minutes to go, able to take just over a tick here. So it'll be interesting to see how that will go here. As Florida, they have 4 ultimates. They have the tank, they have Transcendence in the event of a Blade, which Delum is about 5% off of Killfeeder. Not really close to his EMP, as I'm sure they would like. As we kind of just have some light engage here. Oh, Killfeeder gonna fall, and that is not what you want to see. Now it's going to be even a longer wait here for Houston to kind of just sit around and wait. And the Diva's going to get out of mech here. Phoenix Fire comes out, and now again you're on the deep baby form of Diva. That's not really what you want to have here. As Bossface here, kind of just doing some poking here. Houston's on the point here. They're just taking a lot of free ticks, free percentage here. And finally, we're going to see Vax here coming in with the tank form. Gets hacked, but it won't matter too much as he's going to fall down. And kind of just it's kind of an even fight here. Transcendent does come out. It's an interesting Transcendence there. And along with that, here comes the Tire, able to take out Phoenix Fire in the baby form. And now it's kind of just Winston and May here on the point to go up against Zenyatta. Oh, now it's just Winston here. And Genji coming in for the reinforcements here. Farah as well has come in here. Gregory gonna fall. So it's going to be interesting to see here. Now it's kind of just a two people on the point. Just the Junkrat and the May here. Although Orisa finally going to come in EPL. And Vax is here as well here. Looking to make an impact. Though no real ults on either side. There is a Blade. And there's also a Bongos, the Orisa ult as well here. And we should see a Diva Bomb come in as well here. Here comes that Diva Bomb. Let's see. Well, Delum gonna get 2, and EPL gonna also fall. Dakui gets the res off onto the May here. May kind of just gonna stall this out, but this looks like it should be the point 1 for Houston here. And it looks like as long as they can kill the May, yep, they will. And now they're gonna get about 4 minutes here to attack point B. And it was a good fight there. They were able to use their ults well. Delum able to pick up 2 with his ult, the Genji Blade. And along with that, Phoenix Fire also able to pick off 1 other Stagler. Already puts you up 3 in the fight. That's half your team dead. And, you know, that's always fight easily won. Here it goes. Winston going to dive in onto the Zenyatta. He's going to fall, though. And the Valkyrie correction is going to be invested into this. Vax is going to fall here. And Tyre coming out from boss face. Can he get anyone? He will get Delum here. But he's going to fall himself here. And it looks like it's just going to be Zenyatta here to come in. Oh, correction. Orisa able to get rezzed up here by the Mercy. And this stall can continue on here for Florida. Killfeeder going to have to use the barrage there in order to get it. Vax is also going to pop tank form here just to get onto the point. He's not able to get anyone. Actually, he will pick up 2. In fact, it's Winston and the Lucio going down. The Cuddle Boy able to get the res off onto Lucio. It looks like it's going to be a reset here for Houston. They're going to back out here. So you see the Bastion ult there, getting 2 picks late, and that was really what turned the fight in favor of Florida here. I mean, they got the res off onto the Orisa as well, able to give off a little, as Boss Fate's able to get a nice stagger onto D-Lum. They will not have res available as they just used it. Although here for Florida, they're going to have the Mail, they're going to have the Blizzard, and they're also going to have Transcendence, so some defensive ults able to stall out the point long enough here, as it looks like Blade and Bomb, the combo that really won the first point for Houston, is just about to come online here for Houston, the Inlaws here. Take a look here. This fight going to continue going on here. Boss fight in the backline here. Harassing here as Winston's gonna fall, and so is Kill Feeder as well. There's 2 picks in favor of Florida. Diva Bomb invested here, so questionable use there. Not even gonna get back in next here, and D-Lum here is gonna pop the Blade here, and it looks like he won't be able to get anybody here. He's kind of just poking around, and he's just gonna fall to the Bastion. He just went on top of him, but wasn't able to do anything of that. As we get set here. A minute 30 remaining here in favor in Houston. They swap it over to a Rhine Zarya comp. They will have a barrage and a sound barrier into this fight. Meanwhile, for Florida, it looks like they're gonna have looks like they're at 5 ults: Earth Shatter, Tank Form, Coalescence, Blizzard, and well, now they've just invested that Tracer Bomb. So now make it about 3 ults here, about 5, and EPL able to get D-Lum there. Oh no, he gets knocked up in the air, and EPL able to get the shatter off. Takutio is gonna fall here to Kill Feeder here with ult, but traded his own life here. We kind of just have a mess of a fight kind of just going on. D-Lum here getting a couple of picks. The supports and Reinhardt's are getting into this here, and now it looks like here Houston on the point here. Oh, Bastion Vax goes down here. Here's Bossface just trying to stall out this point. They are going to have the Blizzard. Oh, and Gregory gets knocked down here. They're also going to have Tank Form here if he can get in time. Kill Feeder. He's stuck in there, and he's just going to fall. And it's now kind of a staggered push here. Genji and Mercy here. It's D-Lum and Fiddle Boy. Oh, and there's the Valkyrie popped here. We got 10 seconds left in this fight here, and Tank is going to be invested here from Vax. Let's see, can he get anyone here? As Velam pops his ult, he's going to get Gregory, and Kiwu's going to fall here. And it looks like this is going to be, well, if Killfeed falls, yep, this looks like this is going to be the .1 here. This is going to be 1 point given up from Florida here. And Florida, their win condition, they got to capture point A, and they have to also capture 1/3 of point B here. And that's a pretty good defense out here from Florida. First point, always hard to hold when you are on the defense here on Temple of Anubis. They were able to get to overtime, so it showed that they were really close to being able to full hold them. Houston, I think running the Winston probably was not the best solution for this match. And I mean, for that, because they were running into the Bastion, and whenever you're running into a Bastion's always one of the tougher characters to deal with, especially when you're on a dive comp with Winston. Winston easily gets shredded up. His ult, the Primal Rage, really does feed a lot of ult charge into that Bastion, which allows them to get tank form pretty quickly here. But let's take a look here at the starting defense here for, it looks to be for Houston. We get set to go once again. Looks like they're going to be running here. Looks to be a composition where they're kind of sitting on top of here, so almost like a tree house. Symmetra gonna go swap off into, they had Symmetra, Killfeeder was Symmetra, swapped over to the soldier here so he can get back quickly here, as it looks like Florida here going to be running a standard death ball, Pharah, and Junkrat. So there's a lot of spam damage in, at least for Houston. They do have the hit scan in that soldier. It's kind of sitting onto the high ground on the left here. Kind of take a look here. It looks like most of Florida here pushing onto this right side here. And the fight kind of will just continue to go on. Each team on their own little high ground areas. As Ryan Shield going to go down, Epeel. Lose his shield here, and now the spam damage. No picks have happened. No one has gone down here. A good job on these supports, able to keep everyone alive. Dealum's going to be the first to fall, and that's a big pick. That's one of your DPS down, and Florida able to get a tick out of that because they were kind of just sitting on the high ground. And this fight's going to continue on here, just kind of onto the point here. Ooh, Killfeeder's going to fall along with Bossfire, so even trade in terms of DPS, both DPS going down. Oh, and Vax able to pick up Kiwoo there, and this fight looks to be in much favor of Florida, able to close this out. All they gotta get is Phoenix Fire, and Dealum kind of here probably will come in for a last second contest here. Nope, it looks like he's just gonna jump across here and try and get out of there. But for Florida here, 6.5 minutes to just take the first point, to take 1/3 of the first point here. So they got plenty of time to do it, and they're gonna have quite a few ults to work with. They're gonna have the barrage, and in the middle of the fight, they should probably get a graviton as well here. As we take a look here, Vax probably looking for it. And soldier, oh, there's a big shatter, and there's 3 coming in from Vax here, looking to finish off Phoenix Fire. He will, and Bossface also going to invest Tire here. And it looks like it's Dealum here just trying to hold on just long enough. Oh, and Florida so close to taking this here as this fight's kind of just going on. And now this fight looking to turn in favor of Houston. It looks like they'll be able to just hold on to it. Wow, what a good, great job there by Houston. They're able to get in. Dealum popped his blade, was able to get the Ana, so that cut off pretty much a large chunk of the healing as Mercy usually sticks with the Pharah on these when they usually run a pharmacy here. And we get set here for another reset. Vac's going to swap onto the Junkrat here, and Bossface is going to go onto the Tracer, so a little light switch up here for Florida here. Always exciting to see the Junkrat in play. They do have a Graviton, and both support ults are up. They have the Nano Boost, and they have the Valkyrie. It looks like Florida here just going to push into this left side again. And it looks like they're kind of stuck in there. There's a lot of, not too much spam damage, but Kree looks to come in from behind here, Killfeeder. So let's see how that's going to go here. Isn't able to get too much here. We kind of have 2 separate fights kind of going on at the same time. Oh, and there's the big slam coming in from Ryan and Tingarus. And it looks like Florida here able to get 4 picks there. Now they're up big time in this. And this point should be theirs. And it looks like Florida's going to take the first map here. They're going to win this 2-1 here on Temple of Anubis and take a 1-0 lead here in this Division 2 battle. As we take a look here at the play of the game here. Coming in from Dealum here with the Genji Blade. And he was a pretty big point in this. And this Dragon Blade here was pretty big in order to get the first point and not allow Florida to full hold there. Able to get 2 with the blade and 3 just overall.
Thank you.
So Florida here takes a 1-0 lead over Florida. All right, when we come back, we're gonna get map 2 right here. So don't forget to just stick around. We'll be right back. All right, everyone, welcome back here. Today, here we are, map number 2. Florida up 1-0 here over the Inlaws here, and now we're in Nepal, the control point map here. Joining me here now is Nix, the former Microsoft Excelsior player. He's won a few tournaments. He's won Scrub Cup. He's won the Overtime Champions, and he's won Owlet. So it's good to see him here, joining me here in the broadcast booth. You excited here? This is your first time casting?
Yes, it is. I'm pretty excited. Pretty excited to see these teams as well, and let's just see how it goes.
All right, so let's take a look here. The in-laws will continue to be on the right side of your screen. Florida will continue to be in the left, Florida in the yellow, Houston in the green. Take a look right now at our lineup. So let's take a look here at Houston, as they've got a pretty set lineup, it looks to be. Looks like they're going to be running triple support here with Ryan, Zarya. Oh, nope, they're going to swap into goats here. Killfeeder went Tracer for a second.
Yeah.
Yep, so they will be going goats here. And we take a look, Florida here. They're running a pretty traditional composition here. Ryan, Zarya, Ana, Lucio. They have the Reaper and the McCree here, so going to be probably a little lacking on the DPS front here against goats, not the spam compositions that you want here as we get started into this team fight here. Lots of poking coming around. EPL able to get in on the charge, and Kiwoo, he's kind of separated from the team, although he's not going to get punched for it. Though, Daku2 going to go fall to series here, and Transcend going to able to pick off EPL as well here. So we kind of just get into this here. Bossface just going to go on to the point, and this looks like to be the fight won here by Houston. I mean, what are your thoughts here on that first team fight as we saw?
Honestly, I think Houston's Lucio, I think they went down too early. Probably could have stayed alive like for longer. I think he went up too far and overextended, and that ultimately allowed the other team to just get the point and just push on.
Right, well, Florida here going to swap over onto the Pharah here. They got Vax here. No Mercy, so it's just the Pharah here. What are your thoughts on that? I always find that myself that is usually harder to be playing without the Mercy here. Though playing into goats here, not too much verticality. So
True. Definitely a pocket helps, but I think Vax could probably get some work done on this goat side. I don't think they really have much. Obviously, no hit scan.
Right, Transcendent is Coalescence is used here by Houston here.
Shatter.
And, Shatter came in, although EPO, he got stunned almost immediately. Transcend, though, is going to fall here, so Florida already on the advantage here, though it's just one support down. Houston going to pop the bomb. Killfeeder not able to pick up anyone here, as we kind of just got a brawl come in here on the point. All sorts of abilities come in. Series is going to pop the, oh man, there's multiple ults coming out here. Graviton, but now it's a barrage here. There's Earth Shatter also thrown in there as well, and it looks to be this fight is won here by Florida. And I mean Vax here. I mean that barrage there was really big.
Well, that was definitely a clown fiesta. So many ults coming out. I think around like 4 in total, more maybe. I think pretty much the team who used more ults there won it, and you know, it's good. Got some points on the board, and we'll see how it goes next fight.
Right, so Killfeeder here going to swap over to the McCree here. They're still running triple support. Along with that, it was... Oh, here comes Graviton coming in here. Ooh, and Bossface is going to pop his. It looks to be Death Blossom there. Was able to get the Moira on Houston here as Kiwoo charged in deep into the Rhine. And he's going to get punished for it, and Florida here going to hold on to this. They can afford to lose a team fight, though, here, Florida, but a good fight won by them.
I really like how Vax played that Pharah game there. Playing more safe since Killfeeder is now on the McCree, and the fact that I think Daleem messed up that Graviton, I think that really helped Florida on that.
Right, so a couple switch-ups here for Houston. It's Coffee. Gonna swap over here onto the Rhine, onto the Diva here instead, and Series is also gonna go over, move on to the Ana here as Zarya here for Florida, kind of sleeping. But it was Bossface able to get early picks, so it's gonna cause a reset here. Probably just gonna wait a little bit longer here. Houston, this is more than likely gonna be the last fight here if Houston does, if Houston cannot capture the point here, as we approach 85% here. That's that magic number. A big anti-grenade threw in there from Gregory here as this fight here kind of going on. Vax able to get 2 there with his barrage, and Delam's also gonna fall. And Kiwu popped the popped his shatter as well in that, although fell almost immediately. And this first point here gonna go to Florida. So Village will belong to Florida. They are gonna be, they need one more point here.
I think Florida's tank line honestly doing really good right now, getting a lot of ultimates really quickly, and that's ultimately what's helping Florida win this, in my opinion at least.
Right, so we're gonna move on to Sanctum here. Now this is a map here known for the CC here, of course. Roadhog, Orisa, those are more than likely going to be the tank lines we're going to be seeing here from both teams.
I hope I see a Doomfist. I want to see a Doomfist. I really want to see a Doomfist on this point. I love playing Doomfist here, and I think he's really funny to play, honestly, on this map.
Right, so interesting move here right now. Florida looks to be running a dive composition here. Meanwhile, Houston will be running the Orisa Hog here. And it looks like they're going to have Hanzo, kind of late switches going on here. Both teams are going to have a Hanzo. Both teams have the McCree. The tank lines is what's different. Dive comp here from Florida. Meanwhile, Deathball, Orisa Hog, pulled pork from the Inlaws here as we kind of just have this fight here. Kind of some poking around here. Interesting move here by Florida to kind of go with the dive because they got to get in on them, and so far they've yet to do that. Here comes the dive though, and EPL immediately pushed back after he got in there, and it looks like he's getting pretty low. No one has died yet in this fight, although Inlaws are able to take the point here because Florida backed off. EPL is going to also fall, and there goes the tank line for Florida right there, and it looks like here Florida probably trying to get out here. They don't have a lot of protection here, and they will be able to just get out. What do you think went wrong there for the tank lines and kind of just Florida?
Well, yeah, Florida's tank line's pretty weird right now, honestly. The Zarya Winston is pretty weird, honestly. Usually you have a Ryan Zarya or a Winston Diva. So I think they're kind of just mixing it up too much, and I don't think that's working for them right now.
Right, a lot of variety here. Lots of dive, but also lots of death ball for Florida right now. Kind of a strange composition. Meanwhile, Houston really all committed in here as we're watching EPL kind of move in onto this right side here, and no one's gonna fall. EPL is gonna go in deep here, and he got nano boosted as well here. It looks like he won't be able to get anyone. Bossface though able to pick up kill feeder, so there's a pick in favor of Florida here. It's a 5v6 in favor of Florida here, and Bongo is going to be invested here. Bossface gets a second pick here. Oh, a big nade coming in from Gregory, able to take down Kiwu and the Bongos as well. And Florida, oh, well, they're not on the point, so they haven't capped the point yet here. Houston able to get just about 4% there, but good fight there, won by Florida.
Yeah, Vax is playing really well in this McCree right now, playing exactly as aggressive as you want to play on this map. I played McCree on this map, and you could easily get caught out for being too overextended, and I think he's just playing that perfect amount, and it's working, obviously. They just captured the point.
All right, well, for Florida, Grav Dragons is almost online, about 90% here for Zarya, and Bossface already has his ult. Along with that, oh, well, here comes the Dragons from Delam. Well, it's Delam, so this is the Houston Outlaws here. And EPL, he's kind of caught out there, and he's going to fall, and that's a big momentous swing as, oh, that's a big high noon coming in from Kill Feeder, and it's going to be a full-out reset here for Florida. They're going to also lose the sound barrier, so there's an ult lost for them. That is a big ult loss for Florida.
Yeah, I think they probably could have invested less ult since they did lose that very first person pretty early on, but they're just going to have to get these ults and use them, and that's pretty much the only way they're going to be able to get this point back. I feel like the tank line on Houston is much stronger than Florida's right now.
Right, well, caught in that chaos, Bossface did use his dragons. Oh, and Gregory gonna fall early here. As EPL keeps diving in deep here, he's gonna fall. Delam gets 2, as now it's kind of time for Florida to just get on the point. Vax able to pick up Kiwu, and Graviton is now used by Florida, although it's just 3 of them on the point. Coffee trying to just push them off here, and it looks like Houston able to wipe this up, and we will be heading to a map 3 here unless Dakuo can keep stalling this long enough. And EPL is also going to get onto the point here. Gila pops the dragons to kind of zone the point. Oh, and it looks like Gregory won't be able to get on, and we will be heading to map 3 here on Ilios, or correction, on Nepal. What
That was
made
a yeah. That was a very interesting last fight. I feel both teams using like 4 ults. Wow, that's an interesting field feed at the end. But I feel like both teams used a good amount of ults, but obviously Houston pulling through. I feel like just because the superior composition, in my opinion.
Right, I mean, Florida here, something I'm kind of noticing here, well, EPL, he's going to swap onto the Rhine here. Something I was noticing, he's kind of diving in pretty deep by himself a lot of the time here. No, but anyway, he's going to swap onto the Reinhardt here, so probably wouldn't be seeing that composition here for Florida. They're going to be running the Pharmacy along with the Widowmaker, Roadhog, Roadhog, Lucio, and Reinhardt as well. For Houston, they're going to just be running what they ran last time, except Killfeeder here going to be on the Pharah Delam here. Oh, we're going to get a pause.
Do we know why?
We do not know the reason why. I believe someone must have boss face. Yep,
Yeah,
there he is.
there we go.
There's the disconnect. Yep, must be set to pause pause like as someone disconnects here. So we'll just take a little. Let's get some notes here on this map here. We're playing on Sanctum here. This is a very Pharah-dominated map. Would you say so?
Yeah, for sure. I think Pharah is probably the best pick on this certain point here. Obviously, you can go inside and you can go out into the sky. I think Vax is going to have trouble finding people in that little space in there because there is so many walls and like pillars and such.
Right. Along with that, let's talk about this matchup here so far. What have you liked from both teams here? Let's start with Florida. What have you really liked from them playing as Boss Face
I feel like
just joined?
Florida's very good DPS, almost like a carry. They play really well together. I feel like they have good chemistry, and then I feel like all of Houston is just like very chemistry together. I feel like they're more of a team playing, like a team play team, and they have like just like really good dives if they do play dive, and they just have really good just connections. They play the right comps at the right maps, and I feel like it's working for them right now.
Right, all right. So it looks like we should be getting back into this action here. So now you're Florida. You're already down a man in this fight. You know, kind of unfortunate. Wouldn't you say so?
Yeah, I feel like Houston's probably gonna cap this, and then Florida's probably just gonna have to back up.
Right, and that's exactly what Florida looks to be doing right here. Looks like they're gonna be getting here on the reset here, and Boss Face here still gonna stick with his Pharah, as EPL still kind of just poking around here. Finally gonna get out. Yep, and that's exactly what you said. Houston able to cap the first point, the point here. So, what does Florida here need to do in this fight right here?
Honestly, I think they just need to poke Houston right now, maybe get a few ults and then go in. Like I said, again, Houston's comp, I just feel is a bit better on this point. Even though they both have the Pharahs, I'm not sure if Vax can get those picks that his team needs.
Alright, well, EPL here gonna fall asleep. Kibu got charged, and EPL is gonna fall here, along with Dakutio. And yep, Vax is gonna fall, and yep, that should be the team fight won here by Houston. And kind of just snowballing really downhill here for Florida, isn't it?
Yeah, I feel like definitely Vax should probably swap off that Widow. I think Houston's probably getting too much time on that point. I think they probably need to get more point presence at the moment.
Right, what would you recommend him to switch here as Dak is going to swap over here onto the Moira here?
Honestly, probably a hit scan. They don't really have a hit scan other than the Widow, which I don't feel is like the correct hit scan on this map. Maybe a McCree or Soldier, and he did play a very good McCree last map, so I feel like he should definitely swap to that.
Right, Florida keeps pushing here onto this right side here as we kind of get started with this team fight here. Bossface does have his ult. He does have the barrage. Kiwu able to take out Dak early, although it's going to get rezzed up here. So let's get started into this fight. Houston have
so
all 6. They're about to have all 6 here. Let's see if any of them are going to be popped out. I'm going to guarantee. Here comes the Graviton and the Dragons. And there's 2 down. Bossface is going to pop his barrage into that fight, able to get Kiwoo. Questionable use of ult there. I guess it's the last fight here, as it looks like nobody from Florida, maybe Vax can get on the point. Looks like he won't, and so Houston here able to pull off the comeback here from down 1-0 in this map, and now they're going to tie this at halftime 1-1.
Yeah, that was really unfortunate, that boss phase DC. I think that pretty much lost him the whole game, because once they got down, they had to restart, refresh, just like regroup, you know. And by that time, they were all regrouped. Houston already had like 1, 2, 3 ults. And by the end of the game, they had all 6, so I didn't think Florida was going to win that at that point.
Yeah, they had all 6 ults into that last fight here, and big momentum for Houston as they hop into halftime. Now find themselves tied instead of finding themselves down 2-0. Now they're tied it up, and now they are just 2 map wins away from clinching their very first win in the Overwatch Community Cup. Don't forget to stick around here. We'll bring you map number 3 right here on Twitch. All right, everyone, welcome back here. We have traveled south of the United States border into Dorado, and we're going to get set here. Map number 3, a big decider. The winner of this one will put this at a match point. Florida and Inlaws currently tied up at 1-1 after halftime. Florida, they won the first map. They were able to pick up a win on Temple of Anubis 2-1. However, Houston strikes right back on control. Florida had the lead 1-0, and Houston never let them take the point since they were able to win that one 2-1 here. So Houston probably have a lot of the momentum here as we kind of get set here for our next map here. Now, Nix, I got a question for you. What does either of these teams here need to do in order to win this decisive map and this match overall?
Yeah, I feel like you said, Houston definitely have that momentum, obviously winning those 2 rounds and the map in total. But I feel like they could get full hold, possibly. I don't know. Obviously, Vax good DPS. I didn't really see much on his Widow though, so I'm curious to see what will happen. But I feel like it'll be definitely an interesting map here.
Right, as we are gonna get set here, let's take a look here at the defensive lineups here for Florida. Orisa, Hog, Junkrat, Widow, Ana, Zen. Pretty standard composition here. Lots of damage. There's a lot of damage gonna be coming out for Houston. Take a look at the defense here. There is Kill Feeder on the far right here. Be interesting to see. Gregory already gonna fall down, so that could be big. There won't be any heals up there for the moment, or it'll just be the Lindsay. Yeah, Vax though. There's a big pick coming in from him, and that's big momentum. Now they're already up here in this fight. Farah looks to be coming around the back here from what I see as Dealum here. And now Florida's going to rotate around here at this, for this now here. Oh, there's the charge coming in. Wasn't able to get Roadhog there, the Roadhog for Florida very far. And Killfeeder able to pick up Vax there in the back here. Killfeeder kind of just in the back here, terrorizing and able to get 2 there, and including getting himself there. Although very few here from Florida left. It looks like it's just Orisa. Well, now Orisa and Ana. I was about to say the Hog, and now it's just Ana here. And now Ana's going to fall here. Now Florida, can they get back in time to get a recontest in? Or would you get a recontest in here?
Honestly, I'd say no. You know, obviously they have the Shatter Nano. Many ults coming in for Houston right now. I'd back up if I were Florida. And honestly, just get a few ults and then go in.
Right, ooh, and that's a good pick if you're Houston. Able to get Vax right away on the first one there. So now you're already coming to this team fight. You're already up 1 here as we kind of get set here. EPL is going to fall here. And so now Florida here just got to back up. And there's a third one. And Florida here, I mean, they're just getting staggered right now.
Yeah, I feel like Vax definitely made the smart decision on switching to Soldier. That consistent damage is definitely going to be better for taming the Pharah on the Houston side. And but Houston definitely have 4 ults coming in, so I think this is going to be hard for Florida to contest, but it is possible.
Right, Florida only have 3 ults online, and their first one's only Gregory with the Ana, the Nano boost here. And there's the Anti coming in onto the Florida tanks here, and there's the Shatter as well, although there's a Riptire coming out from Bossface, able to get Kill Feeder, not going to be enough though, as looks like Florida here, or correction, Houston, looks like they're kind of just rolling on through here, as Circe's got hooked there, and there's point number 2 there. They weren't even able to get on here, the point, and now, whoa, questionable use of ult there from Roadhog to end that fight. Maybe he's swapping. They're able to get 1 pick out of it.
Honestly, kind of weird ult from Delim as well. Pretty much everyone was dead and he just ulted. I'm not sure why he did that either.
Right, so interesting fight going on. Dealum here, though. He's able to get 2 picks there, and I mean, Houston here absolutely rolling. They have over 4 minutes on the clock remaining here, at least on this last point. Who knows if they even cap here. Florida not even getting in on a recontest here. It looks like they're still waiting on a regroup, and now they're finally able to get in here as we get started with this team fight here. Florida only do have 1 ult coming in. Oh, Dingaros went in too deep. Here comes the barrage and the grab, although Transcendence there was able to block it out along with the Pharah being too far away. And it looks like Houston here just going to regroup and they're going to back out.
Yeah, I think it's definitely smart for them to back up. They do have so much time in the bank, honestly. I feel like they should maybe just grind up a few ults and then go in when Florida just depletes their stockpile of them.
Right, well, each team there able to get a pick. EPL went in for the charge. Bossface is going to fall, so now the fight turns in favor of Houston. Although Florida does have the shorter respawn times here, looks like Houston will come in for the engage here. Vax is going to fall. Oh, a Shatter came in the back on EPL, though he got antied, so the Nano Boost didn't do anything for him as Dingu, he's getting in the back. He solo shatters Gregory here, and now it's just the Zarya from Florida here coming in. Bossface, is he going to get in on the last second recontest? He's going to pop his blade here. Can he get anyone? Sacrificer also comes in from Vax here, so both DPS ults. Bossface falls. Dealum gonna fall And it looks like, though, this fight should be in favor of Gregory, not able to touch the point. And so Houston capped all 3 points very convincingly, rarely ever stopped. And let's take a look at the time here. They're going to lose just a little, 3 minutes and almost 30 seconds on Dorado. That's amazing.
Wow. Honestly, I feel like just really Florida didn't really contest much, and I don't think the Genji pick was right there. Obviously, the Rein Zarya, Lucio easily can boost away, bubble away from the blade. I did not think that was the right choice. Honestly, I think Afar would have been really good on the side of Florida there, but it's going to be interesting to see what they play on attack.
Right, they're going to have to match. They're going to have to at least get all 3 points in order to force into extra timed rounds here. So it'll be very interesting to see how will they be able to, do this here. As we take a look here at the starting defense here for Houston. Looks like for them it is going to be Rein Zarya, McCree instead of Farah. They have Delam on that Hanzo. He's been doing very well here. And Ana Lucio for Houston here. They've been doing a tremendous job looking to just keep this up and keep the winning ways going.
Yeah, I feel like just Houston has so much, not so much more, but just a lot more chemistry in how they're picking their comps. Definitely, I feel like they're picking the more smarter picks. But it's going to be interesting to see what they play on attack in the way of Florida. It's going to be really fun to see, and I'm excited.
Right, so here we go. Vax is here, is going to be on the Farah here. It is a pharmacy here. Boss Face is on the Hanzo here. He's been showing he's been playing all sorts of DPS here, along with Vax as well, even in the first map pulling out the Bastion. So we take a look here. Vax, we got some team fights going on here. No one able to fall off from the concussion blast from Vax. And it looks like here, Florida here, kind of just still pushing the payload here. Looks like they'll get around the bend at the very least here. Houston, now they're going to be pulling in their rotation here. As we take a look here, no one really close to any ultimates early here, and no one's even died here. Houston giving up a lot of ground here.
Yeah, I do not feel like that is the right decision. I think they do have the more comp, and they should go.
A charge kill onto Vax there, very interesting. The Transcend is going to fall, and Dingerous is going to fall as well, as Vax gets rezzed up here. So now Florida, they've got a 6v4, 6v3, make that now a 6v2. And now it's a 6v0, and they are able to get the team wipe there, and they should be able to cap point 1 here with plenty of time left.
Yeah, that was a really interesting fight. I feel like many weird picks were made there in like decision-wise, but anyways, should be interesting. Next point, all the teams getting ults on the board, and interesting to see how it will be played out.
Right, so EPL, he's going to have his Shatter here. Along with that, we're going to have a Nano Boost. And Vax here probably should be able to generate an ult in the middle of the fight here. Meanwhile, for Houston, able to have... Oh, well, he's going to follow Delam. I was about to say he had the Dragons. Nothing much to combo with him. Vax here getting 2 picks there. And he's going to buy even more time here for Florida to just push this payload now. As Houston backs up here now. How big were those picks here? There's another one as well.
Obviously huge. I think Farah is so good against each other. Honestly, both of the Farahs in both rounds have been just destroying the defending team. I don't think that's going to properly like contesting them, and I think just honestly both attacking teams on both rounds have been just so good.
Killfear comes in with the high noon, able to get 2. He didn't get 2 with the high noon here. Florida's so close. EPO pops
that is a huge
big shatter there, and he's able to get, it doesn't look like he's going to get anyone here. Vax is just cleaning up here. Vax here has been showing he's been very good on this far here, though no one's pushing the payload, although it won't matter too much as they are right there. And Houston here kind of doing the same thing as Florida, I would say, on this first push. I mean, both kind of coming in staggered each time. Wouldn't you say so?
Yeah, honestly, like I said, this far is just totally ripping the defending teams to shreds. I want to say I'd get a D.Va instead of the Zarya. Even though you have the Rein Zarya combination, it doesn't seem like it's working right now.
Right, Delam able to get a good pick here. Dealum does have, there is a Grav Dragons here on the board here. There's nothing to counter on the side of Florida here, so I'm sure we're just waiting here on Cersei's open. There's Vax gonna fall here. Won't matter too much. There's the Grav here. Is there the Dragons? Dragons, there it is. Able to get 2, and this should be the team fight 1 here by Houston.
Yeah, really good play from Houston. Honestly, I think the grab was actually a really good grab. 3-man grab. I mean, what more could you want? Obviously, the 6K is really nice, but you do not need that to win fights, and I think it worked marvelously.
Right, well, for Florida, they're going to make a couple swaps here. Daku is going to go onto the Moira here, and Vax going to swap onto the Genji here. Bossface has his dragons, is about to get his dragons, correction, and DRQ here has Graviton, so Grav Dragons on the side of Florida now could be used into this fight here as we get set into this team fight now. Florida here on the high ground here, looking to get some damage in here. I'm sure they're looking for it right now. There's nothing to counter on the side of Houston. Oh, and there's the Graviton.
That is a huge grab.
But nothing, no follow-up. Bossface fell, and High Noon comes in. Dealum, he's able to get a few, and there's Killfeeder able to get the last 2, and this is going to be another fight 1 here by Houston. They are really testing the words of bend but don't break here.
Yeah, transcended a really good beat in that grab there. Pretty much saved all of Houston's life, I feel. Even though they did have an anti on them afterwards, they just got those picks early on and they just prevailed.
Right, so we're going to get set here. Gregory going to have Nano Blade here. Vax at halfway to his blade. Bossface still has the dragons. I believe he got killed before he could even use them. As we take a look here, Killfeeder here. Oh, he's able to get the kill onto Vax here. He saw him all the way. Both teams pop their dragons. Dealum's going to be the one to get killed, and it looks like Houston here, they're going to hold on to this fight here. A good fight 1 from them. I believe they only need to use the dragons, and that was it. They're going to have 2 more ults to go into this next fight.
Yeah, Houston doing really well coordinating how they're using their ults. Not just like spamming them out, but just like coordinating when they want to use it, when they want to use it, and just like how they want to use it. Getting that 1 condition, and honestly, they're just doing really well right now. Really good defense so far.
Alright, so we're going to get set here. Florida here. They still have plenty of time. 2 minutes. They just need to at least get to the 3 points. I'm sure now time is not on the concern of them as they got 2 minutes. They also have the Junkrat here. Bossface swap over to the Junkrat. You know, I'm a Junkrat main. You know, I always love seeing Junkrat out here. It'll be interesting to see, though, because that Zarya will probably be very high charge. It's up to Florida here to be able to get big stops here. Bossface is going to fall, in fact, actually, here. So we kind of get started into this fight. Here, we get going here. Oh, and EPL, he keeps getting stunned around here. There he goes. Vax pops the blade here. Let's see. Oh, he gets shattered. He's able to just stay alive here as this fight here. I'm not sure who's going to win it. I think it's just Vax here on the point. This is even 3-on-3. Transcend gonna use the you're gonna use the sound barrier here. Graviton was also used along with the dragons here. It's just the 2 DPS here. Reinhardt finally coming in here. EPL. And it looks like here the Florida gonna retreat out. So kind of a mess on both sides. A lot of questionable ults used there from either side here.
Yeah, it kind of felt like a really lopsided fight there because at one point Florida was winning, 1 point Houston was winning, 1 point Florida was winning. Honestly, it was just tipsy-turvy, and honestly, I think just the swaps from Florida have been a little weird, obviously, just doing them too quickly and too fast. I think Houston has been playing really smart and it's been working, obviously.
Killfeeder is coming in behind. He's got the High Noon here. It is able to get 2 there. He's put to sleep. Bossface is going to pop the tire here. Gets 2, though. But, again, a questionable ult because I felt that they have time for a regroup. And I don't think DRQ has used his Graviton here.
Yeah, this is, like I said again, honestly, Houston just playing their ults really smart, knowing when to use them at the right times. And then on the other side, Florida just popping them when they feel like they see a few people in a good position. And honestly, that's not the way to play in an Overwatch tournament. You have to play with your team, not like solo queue.
Right, here we go here. Florida are going to be able to get onto this point here. though, pretty staggered here. They only have that Graviton to work with, and they're already down one here. Vax is going to use his blade there. Isn't able to get anybody in that. Although Florida here, it looks like they're going to get 3 picks here, and they're already up here in this fight. As Graviton going to come here on the side for Delam. He's going to get EPL here. He's looking for more. He just can't find it. He's very low on health, but so is Vax here. Each side here just has the Ana and the Genji, and Graviton now finally used here. Xerxes is going to be able to pick up Vax, and this fight is very much in favor of Houston here. High Noon comes in, and this is going to be the fight won by Houston, and the map won by Houston. They're going to take a 2-1 lead here in this series. Houston, bend but don't break. That is what they are living on for there. Florida had 5 minutes to cap that last point, but Houston did such a great job there, holding on here. As we just watched this play.
Yeah, wow. Honestly, it seemed like Killfeeder was getting 2 picks on that McCree ult every single fight. Crazy good awareness from him, and obviously at the last fight, getting it 2 again, honestly, just so huge for Houston, and it definitely helped them in their defense.
Right. All right. So, looks like that will be the map 1 here. Houston will take a big 2-1 lead here as we head into this 4th map, and I believe this is the time up for you, Nix.
Yeah, I'm done, man. Thanks for the good experience. It was really fun.
All right. Any shout outs you want to give here before we leave? Before you leave us, and we're gonna send to a break as soon as.
No, not really. Thanks for the opportunity. It was really fun, and yeah.
All right. Anyway, it's great to cast with you here. Hope to cast with you again in more of not only in Overwatch Community Cup here. You know, this is very fun here to do.
All right. See you, man.
All right, goodbye. All right, we're going to take a break here. When we come back, we're going to get map 4 here. Can Florida tie this up and send this to a map 5? Or will Houston close this out and pick up their first win of the Overwatch Community Cup season? We'll be right back. All right, everyone, welcome back here. We are set here. It is map number 4 here, and apologies here for the color change. It's kind of strange because when we actually look into the characters and look at the models themselves, they are their respective colors that they've already been set to. So again, apologies on the colors here. Weren't able to make changes here. As we take a look here at the Florida side here, we'll be starting here on the defense. As you can see, they're yellow, but in the score they are green, so kind of strange. Apologies for that. Not really much I can do for that. As we take a look here, it'll just be me solo casting the final map this map number 4 and possibly the tiebreaker map here. Take a look here at the Florida starting defense here. They're going to be running Ryan, Zarya. They're running a Ryan, Zarya, Junkrat, Pharah, Ana, and the Mercy here. So lots of spam damage for them. Meanwhile, correction, Houston here, they're running their own Pharah here, but they have a Hanzo here, so each team has lots of spam damage here. As we take a look here, we're kind of getting into this middle of this fight here. As this fight kind of engaging, going along. No one has died yet, and it looks like Houston here are going to push into the right room here, the room that was added in after the map had came out here. And Houston here kind of looks like they're playing a little passively here. Interesting to see here. Now they're finally coming in here. They're moving in on this left side. EPL gets the charge, but he gets slept afterwards. He's antied right now, and he's so low. He is going to fall here. Dakutu is also going to fall here, but it looks like Houston here, they're cleaning up these kills here. It is just the Zarya on the point along with Vax here. Vax is going to fall now to Transcend, and that is going to be, this should be the fight won and the point taken here by Houston. And so, I mean, you see there, it really started out with that Rhine. Actually, it started out with Dakuto falling early there, and as he fell again here early as well. It really started with that 5 minutes to take the second point here for Florida, and they get another correction. It's Vax this time getting the early pick. Kiwu kind of stuck here in the back here by himself. Kill Feeder trying to grab some extra damage in here. Boss Face has swapped over to that Soldier 76 here in order to help deal with Kill Feeder a little better compared to that Junkrat. As we kind of get going in this fight. Kill Feeder gets 2 with his ult. Make that 3. He also gets nanoed, although Dakudo, well, he's going to fall after he picks up the rest. Kill Feeder. Watch out, everybody. Kill Feeder is coming through here. He's showing no mercy at all. Able to get a lot of kills there. I think he got essentially a team kill just by himself there. As Houston here absolutely pushing this payload pretty far in. As they're getting closer and closer to these gates here. Florida probably going to come in here with the last contest here. Dragons comes through. Oh, Dakudu flew right through the middle of them, and he's going to fall as we get into the middle of this fight. EPL here. Oh, Transcend there. Pops his. Oh, EPL. Kibu fell off the edge. And this looks like the fight won here by Florida, able to redeem themselves there. And they will be able to hold on to the second point here, at least for the time being. As Kill Feeder, ooh, he's able to get his own kill there. He's kind of by himself, though. Down he goes. And it's going to be a fight reset here for Houston. As we get set here, Florida going to go. And it looks like they're going to be taking this one here. It looks like they're going to be pushing up around near the bridge here. So susceptible to boops, a lot of them here. And Florida, they're going to have a lot of ults coming up, about 3 and about 4 here. They're about to have Tactical Visor, they're about to have Grab, and they just got their Valkyrie here. Kiwu pops the Valkyrie. Kill Feeder gets 3 from it, although Vax saying, I can get 3 myself here, and it looks like here, it's a 2v1 here. It's just the Zarya who can win. Can it be a tank and a DPS, or will it be just the lone tank here? Looks like it's going to be the tank and the DPS. They also have the help of healing from the payload as well here, although the rest of Florida are coming in now. Oh, Valkyrie is invested into this very questionable ult, especially at this time here, as the rest of, it looks like the rest of Houston here finally coming in now here. Kiwu able to get the charge, and there's the kill. Graviton invested here. Transcend able to get 2 with his boop here. Can Florida cap it? Can Houston cap it? They're just so close to it. It looks like they won't, as it's now a 3v1 here against Kiwu. Not able to get booped off there. And he's just going to try and charge away there. There was Cersei's trying to heal him all the way. And there goes another reset here for Houston. Good defense here by Florida. They are taking this bend but don't break method here that Houston was employing last map, except they're pushing this onto the second point here. Got about a little over a minute and a half to go here. Delam is going to be the first to fall, so there's another advantage in favor of Florida here on the defense, as it's another reset here. Florida backing up all the way. They are going to be waiting for their Hanzo, and you take a look at the ult counters here for each team. Houston here holding on their ults. They have Grab Dragons. They even could do a Grab Barrage in this fight. They also have a Nano Boost, and they have a Lucio in safety. Vax though has his ult here. Let's see, Vax here gets one there, and EPL is able to get two of his own there. He kind of gets going around here. Florida here is the one keeping up the fight here, as these Pharahs here just aren't able to get the kills. But here we go. We're under a minute now here for Houston. All they need to do, they need to push it to the second point in order to get to the third here. Houston looks like they're pushing in underneath here. They have a McCree now. Delam has swapped over to McCree from the Hanzo. Here's the shatter coming in from Kiwoo. Transcend able to get a pick there. Kiwoo, there's two. Killfeeder able to get a third. Delam's going to fall, but it's still a 3v4. Gregory is going to fall, though, here. Vax able to take out Killfeed in the air. Impressive stuff from Vax here as we get started with this fight. No one was on the payload for Houston, so that cart had no progression time here. And Vax here, he's looking for more picks. There's the sound barrier invested in. We're coming down in the last seconds of this fight. Transcend able to will his way across. Cersei's able to get a pick onto EPL, and he's going to get rezzed up, though. And Mercy, Dankudo, is not going to get punched for EPL with the big shatter and boss fight as well. Able to help clean this up here. And it looks like Transcend here going to be the last one in, unless, oh, Killfeed as well there. Asa's there as well. Graviton came in, Killfeeder stuck in it. Transcend here's the only one on the point here. He's stalling out this point pretty well. Finally going to fall, and that's going to be it. Florida need to push this essentially to point number 2 in order to force map number 5. Houston, they had 5 minutes on the time bank in order to get to second point, and Florida did a great job there, dwindling it all down, all the way down, and they are going to have to push this one here. Florida will. They now have a very clear, cut and clear win condition here for us now in order to force map 5 for all of us to watch here. We take a look here. Let's take a look here at the starting. Well, we're still waiting here on team compositions, but it looks like Houston. Looks like they're going to be running a standard Rein Zarya with the Pharah Genji. And it's going to be a pharmacy as well. I'm actually going to swap over to the soldier here so you can get a little more of that consistent damage. And it looks like on the side of Florida, looks like they're going to be running here the Goats comp. So interesting decision there. And we are all going to see... We're gonna get to see all of this. Looks like gonna be Goats here going up against well, they have the Pharah here, Killfeeder though, it's a little different. You know, running with the Pharah here, the new Pharah. A little less spam because there is less area of effect damage from the Pharah as we take a look here. Florida here, they're gonna be pushing in through the right side here. It's Goats. Oh, correction. This is Quad Tank Lucio Moira. They're going for the win here. And here we go here. Speed boost coming. EPL is going to go to sleep early, and that's a good way for Florida. That's good for Houston. They're going to buy him a little bit of time here. EPL comes in with a charge, able to get the Reinhardt. Although Reinhardt will not fall. Killfeeder able to take out Dakido. And Kiwoo here also coming in with another charge here. This fight kind of going along here. EPL is now going to fall. Florida has lost now 2 members on their team. And there goes the Diva, going to go out of mech here. And that should be that here. They're going to stagger this baby Diva, I would assume. Yeah, they're doing a really good job. Up and down. There she goes. And we're going to get a fight reset here for Florida. Good stagger there by by the Houston Inlaws. Able to buy them extra time. Looks like Florida will not swap off the quad tank Lucio Moira here, so it's going to be interesting here as Killfeeder has the barrage. Of course, you're going to get that quickly when there is so much health to go around here as we kind of get started here. And it looks like Florida here all pushing into this left side room here, and there's the barrage there. Able to get one, make that two, and the Diva Mech, we're going to count that as a third. And Florida and Houston doing a great job there. Killfeeder also got nanoed in that fight as well. And for, you know, Florida, yeah, they do not have any sort of hit scan. They're still running the quad tank Lucio Moira. Yeah, they're gonna stick on this. It's very interesting. They do have 3 ultimates upcoming, in that they have the Earth Shatter, they have the Coalescence, and they're gonna have the whole hog as well. And a Diva Bomb probably should be able to come in the middle of this fight here. And Killfeeder though, and Delam though, he's got his attack visor, not gonna do too much against this quad tank. Kiru also has the Earth Shatter, and there it is. I don't think it got anyone. Oh, and there's it is. It's a big one there. Bossface and Dankuo are gonna fall to it. And it looks like here it's going to be another reset for Florida here. My, oh my. Florida here. They've stuck on this quad tank Lucio Moira here. Killfeeder now has his barrage. Not only does he have that, but Bruce, he's got the Graviton here. So we're going to be probably seeing Grav Barrage here. We have a little over a minute to go, and it looks like it's going to be a swap to Goats here. Still running the quad tank, still running the triple tank, and still running the triple, and now it's triple support here. So Goats comp now, although very interesting decision there. I would have swapped off early. There's Killfeeder, doesn't even need the Graviton. Both Gravitons in fact actually came out in this fight here, although all the kills in favor of Houston, minus Killfeeder, who will probably get rezzed up here. Yep, there he is. Diva wasn't able to get staggered there, so Florida are going to get at least one push in here as we tick down. We hit 40 seconds remaining in this push here, in this first point. And here is Killfeeder here looking to get the kill onto EPO, which would really give him a lot of momentum here. EPO here, just going to charge him by himself. There's an Earth Shatter that came in, and it was big. He was able to pick up Dakudo because Ryan charged out of position. Kiwu here, he's going in. He's able to get 2. He's looking for a 3rd. Vax is going to fall to Cersei's. EPO is also going to fall to Killfeeder. We were trying to follow around Kiwu here as Izuku Super Zarya. And that should do it here, although Dankudo gonna get onto this point, gonna fall, and that should be it here, unless this Brigitte here can touch. She won't, and that will do it. The Houston Inlaws are gonna win this one 3-1 over the Florida Harmony, and they are gonna pick up their first win of the Overwatch Community Cup this new season. Let's take a look here. Killfeeder. Take a look here. This is him. He's a big play. This is when he went in and killed most of the Florida team here, or correction, most of the Florida team. But Houston Inlaws, you know, you thought there was going to be some trouble, and then the fact that they only got 2 points, they do a great job there. Gonna take all, they full hold Florida, and so the map here is gonna be 0-1 victory here for the Houston Inlaws right here, and that is gonna do it here for us here on Twitch. I want to say thank you for tuning into this one. Apologies for, again, the color differences. You know, is kind of a weird. It's kind of a weird glitch, though still kind of early. And again, a kind of few apologies for name pronunciation. You know, I asked for pronunciation sheets, and you know, I got them, but you know, I got a few, but again, it just was me. Just was not able to write them all down onto my little sheets. And again, apologies for you know, kind of a little lower quality cast, I would say, is just me for about half of it. But this was a tremendous match to cast here. 3-1, very, very close match here. This was a match that both teams really kind of needed to win here in order to get a good start into their season, as no team wants to go 0-2 to start out in a new tournament for them. But anyway, guys, that's going to do it here. The final score here in the Overwatch Community Cup. The final score here, it is Houston able to pick up a 3-1 victory here over the Florida Harmony. Thanks for watching. Be sure to keep following here for more Overwatch content, not only Overwatch, but League of Legends, and of course more Overwatch Community Cup here. Of course, I will be sticking around as a caster, along with that other leagues as well. Thank you for watching. Be sure to tune into next week's matches, and along with that, there is a match on Thursday. So anyway, thank you. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next cast.